Hi, having learnt about HTML, today let us see what is meant by cascading style sheets. Right? HTML provides you to render the text whatever you want to display on web pages, but there is something called as styling elements. Styling means the color code, whatever you give, color, background color, foreground color, font color, image frames, etc. Whatever you follow the guidelines, like you have a top border, you have a bottom header, footer, and right hand side, left hand side, you have some frame menus, etc. All these things you have some guidelines which you follow for your website, right? Usually, if you take our college website, it follows a color code, right? Color theme is there, right? You go to mechanical, any website, I mean any department in the complete institute, they follow the same similar color code, right? That means there is a red border at the top kind of thing, right? A ribbon running across, there is a news bulletin scrolling across, like that. So this is called as uniformity in any website. In larger websites like your banking applications, like your online transactions, online shopping portals, etc., they all follow the same guidelines, right? Each website is a collection of so many pages, but all the pages follow the same color code, right? The same color theme they try to follow. But when it comes to programming, how do you ensure that it follows the same color code? Isn't it lengthy coding for every page if you have to mention the visited link color, the hyperlink colors, etc.? It's very tedious, right? So that's why we have cascading style sheets which take care of the presentation of the content. Okay, so content is usually written in HTML, or content is usually delivered through HTML pages, and over the content we have a styling element called as a cascading these style sheets inside the content. Over them you have the behavior of the web page depending on the JavaScript what we write next. Okay, so let's today deal about how are these three embedded with each other, right? HTML basically gives you the structure or content of the page. Okay, content is further given through XML, I mean that we will see in the unit 2, and the presentation of the text in various colors, themes, etc. will be done through the cascading style sheets. Okay, so let's now see what is meant by dynamic HTML. Okay, so till now we have seen HTML which will give you only the presentation of the content, and static web pages, there is no interaction in the web page, right? There is no point where user can actually interact with the web page. But in dynamic HTML we can see that there is an interactivity, or there is some element of styling coming into picture in this particular DHTML. Okay, let's now see how we can see the various styling elements in this DHTML. Okay, so DHTML is a combination of HTML tags plus CSS plus JavaScript also. Okay, so you can create these HTMLs in a simple form. Okay, so the dynamic web pages will allow data binding and automatic counters. That means for your web pages can also be done through these DHTML. Okay, you can validate the elements of the form. Okay, and you can integrate with other components of the form, and there are some CSS and DOM. DOM means document object model. Okay, let's first see what is CSS. As I have told you earlier that CSS is usually allowing you to give various dimensions in terms of the text alignment and the text colors, etc. Okay, so let's see. For color is a property, and whatever value you want to give you can give. The colors values also previous HTML I have shown you, but here you will be seeing a different aspect of these colors. As you can see, you can give the complete definition of color. What do you mean by that foreground color or background color for every element of HTML, right? Right now the tag h1 tag is there. Okay, if you decide that the h1 tag to be your selector, you can give the corresponding features whatever you want. Is it the font size is 12 points px and color is blue? Okay, like this you can give the declaration of this property along with this tag h1, and wherever you use this h1 in whatever web page, it is all fixed. Okay, so for font especially, these are all the properties that we can give. Okay, so font family, that's a property, font style, font weight, font size, and the values whatever you want to give you can give. That is Arial, Courier, that is font family, and font style is normal, italics, Okay, weight you can give from lightweight of 100 to 900, bold in weight and bolder. Okay, size also you can give small, medium, large. Okay, further you can see some examples on this. Okay, so background image is there, background color is there. Okay, so background image you can give one URL where you want to display some background image on the website. Then there is a small example for H1 what I have told you just now. According to the rule, selector rule of H1, you can give H1 definition of H1 in terms of curly braces. You give all the definitions. I want Arial center alignment with green color. Okay, like that you can give some theme. You can create your own theme for your web page. Okay, and this theme of H1 you can apply it to any number of web pages wherever you want the content to be displayed in this particular fashion. Okay, so similarly you can attach CSS to HTML documents. Okay, and you can link external style sheets to them. Okay, there is inline style sheet. Okay, this is what is meant by inline style sheet, and there is one embedding style sheets. Okay, and here is the embedded style sheets. Okay, so here you can see H1 with some colors. Okay, this is a good example where you can see the internal styling. Okay, in the head tag I'm trying to give my CSS, so I use the style tag, and in the style tag I can give my attribute as type is equal to text slash CSS. Okay, so that's a value that you have to supply to type, and in the H1 tag, I mean in the my H1 selector, I am going to write all the 4 requirements whatever I want. Okay, background color, foreground, etc. And please observe it's not an attribute. So since there are styling elements, I need to give it with colon. Okay, color colon green semicolon. Okay, so like that we will proceed. And if you want to link some external style sheets, like you have made one style sheet, you want to link it to 2 or 3 websites. Okay, so you can use this link tag also in order to do that. Okay, you can refer to any external style sheet which is existing in another website. That style sheet you can apply to your web page as well. Okay, this is the link tag which can link to external style sheet. So you give the link tag and then you say rel, that is relationship, is equal to style sheet, and type text or CSS, and href is equal to mystyle.css. Okay, like this you can give the linking. Now in this mystyle.css I have my h1 color green, font family Verdana, font size 20. Okay, so likewise I can create or I can define my own style. Okay, so this is what we do, and there are universal selectors are there, class selectors are there, id selectors are there. So coming to universal selectors, these are the style, I mean I can simply use one style tag and I can create one selector like this. Okay, and there are class selectors where I can say selector dot some class name. Okay, and these class names are predefined, like I mean user defined, like you can create your own class. Like Raja, I have created my own class called as Raja, and this Raja class I can use it in any number of style sheets hereafter in number of web pages. Okay, the class names also I can define, and along with the properties. Okay, without name also I can proceed. So directly I will apply class is equal to Raja, and all these 3 characteristic features I can apply it n number of times on any number of styling elements. Okay, so similarly I have links. Okay, that is hyperlinks. So normal links are there, active, visited, and h over. That means you are moving mouse over. Okay, that is called as h over. That time the color of the link may change. Okay, so that particular styling elements also you can see, that is you are just giving colors to the links. Okay, nothing else. So those color change is nothing but color change you can give directly in the style tag as h over. Okay, and you can change, I mean sometimes whenever you move your mouse over the hyperlink, the font size is increased, that also you can give. Okay, so that is called as text decoration, and normal links are there, and there are CSS layers. Okay, relative versus absolute positioning, and you can define one position, you can position in the stack, and uses of this CSS layers. You can use your cursors also, you can give various cursors, crosshair cursor, the mouse pointer, like right now you can see the mouse pointer here. So there are some focus cursors also various shapes are there, you can define all the cursors along with the size, shape, or you have given a graphic for your cursor symbol. Instead of some websites use one cursor as your Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck cartoon characters also do come up, right? So such graphic elements can also be used instead of cursors. So these are all part of your cascading style sheets. Okay, you can give it in this form. Okay, that's about cascading style sheets. Thank you.